I met my wife, and within a month we were married. That was over 20 years ago, and since then, we've built a strong, fulfilling marriage and continue to raise 4 children together. I don't share that to suggest my way is the only way, but to make it clear that I'm speaking from experience, not just theory. Beyond that, I've spent over a decade coaching men on how to be better husbands, fathers, and brothers. I've seen what works, what fails, and what separates a thriving marriage from one that slowly falls apart. Now, some of you aren't going to like the tone of this video. Some of you are going to push back against the sort of straightforward, no nonsense nature of what I'm about to say. That's fine. My goal isn't to be agreeable here. It's to provide men with the framework to build a more productive marriage. This list isn't about keeping score. It's about clarity. It's about tracking what's working, what needs attention, and making sure your marriage serves both you and your mission. A strong man doesn't stumble into a strong marriage. He designs it. And these are the standards he should expect from his wife while he does. Let's get into it. Number 10, a wife should not be selfishly emotional. A husband should not have to walk on eggshells, and a wife should suddenly not change her mind, leaving her husband confused. A good man is consistent, stable, and pragmatic. Emotional instability in a wife, however, creates unnecessary friction in the relationship and undermines the sense of order and trust that a strong man builds. While emotions are natural, a wife should have the maturity and self-awareness to regulate them, just as she expects her husband to remain composed under pressure. Number 9, a wife should not be friction averse. A wife should not avoid conflict or difficult conversations and should instead be willing to face herself and her part in any of the problems that the couple are experiencing, and be willing to change her behaviors as a result. Good men are problem solvers and want to seek solutions. Avoiding hard discussions weakens the foundation of a relationship, while honest confrontation strengthens it. A wife who embraces necessary conflict fosters deeper trust and respect, allowing the marriage to evolve rather than stagnate. Number 8, a wife should not wear the pants in the relationship. A wife should not require that everything be provided and approved by her or insist on controlling all decisions. Good men do not need control in a relationship out of insecurity, but they also do not relinquish their leadership to avoid conflict. A strong marriage operates on mutual respect, where the husband leads with strength and clarity, and the wife trusts his judgment while offering her own wisdom and perspective. When a wife takes on the dominant role, it often signals a lack of confidence in her husband's leadership, which can erode both attraction and harmony in the relationship. Number 7, a wife should not have a need to always be right. A wife should be able to admit when she's wrong, accept that she's human, and be willing to acknowledge her mistakes. Good men do the same, as leadership requires honesty and self-awareness. A wife, however, who refuses to admit fault creates an environment where pride overrides progress, making honest communication impossible. A strong marriage thrives when both partners prioritize truth and growth over ego, ensuring that conflicts lead to resolution rather than lingering resentment. Number 6, a wife should invest in her husband's leadership. A wife should not micromanage every aspect of her life, including her marriage and her husband's. Nor should she demand that things always go her way. Good men are decisive and capable of leading, and a strong marriage does not function well under constant oversight or manipulation. When a wife tries to control every detail of the marriage, it signals a lack of trust in her husband's ability to handle his responsibilities, which can lead to resentment and imbalance. A healthy relationship, however, is built on mutual respect, where both partners have influence, but the man confidently leads without being undermined. Number 5, a wife should offer appreciation. A strong man does not seek validation, but acknowledgement from his wife reinforces the respect and unity that a solid marriage is built upon. Appreciation is not about grand gestures. It's about recognizing effort, showing gratitude, and reinforcing the value of a husband's contributions. When a wife regularly expresses appreciation, it strengthens his feedback loop of effort to outcome, reassuring the effectiveness of his duties. Number 4, a wife should show respect to her husband. A wife should not treat her husband as if he is someone of lesser value. This includes not talking bad about her husband to others, being honest, and not saying respectful things. Good men are respectful of their wives and the challenges within the marriage, understanding that public loyalty is essential to provide private strength. Disrespect, whether through words, actions, or dismissive behavior, slowly erodes a man's willingness to invest in the relationship. A wife who consistently shows respect reinforces her husband's leadership and deepens the trust and unity that make a marriage unshakable. Number 3, a wife should not withhold fun and playfulness. Wives should not become rigid and pull away from the fun and playfulness they shared with their husbands at the start of their relationship. A strong man builds a life of purpose and discipline, but a thriving marriage also requires moments of lightheartedness, joy, and shared laughter. When a wife disengages from fun, it signals a shift from partnership to mere coexistence, draining the relationship of its vitality, of its passion. Playfulness is not just a luxury. It's a necessary ingredient for long-term attraction, connection, and the deep bond that reminds a husband and wife of the energy they can create to keep their marriage strong. Number 2, a wife should not withhold affection. Affection, like touch and cuddling, is important to men. For a strong man, this is not simply about demanding affection, but about cultivating a dynamic where mutual respect and attraction make affection a natural byproduct of the relationship. Affection compensates for the natural incompatibilities of communication and understanding between a man and a woman. A wife's consistent warmth, touch, and emotional availability, therefore, should never be conditional or used as a tool for manipulation in the relationship. Number 1, and you know it was coming, a wife should not withhold sex from her husband. Sex is a fundamental need for a man in a relationship to feel wanted, needed, and important. Withholding sex can destroy a man's sense of being a man. Additionally, a wife should be present during sex and not treat it like a chore. I understand, easier said than done, ladies, but a marriage without consistent, engaged intimacy weakens the bond between a husband and wife, creating distance and resentment between the two. A strong man fosters an environment where desire is mutual, ensuring that passion remains a core pillar of the relationship. So that's the list. There you have it. A strong marriage doesn't happen by accident. It's built with intention, clarity, consistency, and leadership. If you're a man who's serious about strengthening your marriage, your family, and ultimately yourself, then you need to set the right expectations. You need to stay focused, and you need to hold the line. If this message resonated with you, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with other men who need to hear it. If you're a man who wants more insights on mindset, leadership, and building a strong tribe and ultimately a powerful life, sign up for my free email newsletter, the Master Chim Letter, at masterchimletter.com. The link should be in the description wherever you're watching this vid. It's where I go deeper into these topics and give you the frameworks you need as a man in modern society to win. That's it for today. Keep leading, keep building, and I'll see you on the next one.